Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ambitious Muslims family. I'm your host and maximizer, Hussein Muhammad, welcoming you to Ambitious Muslims TV, your source to maximize your deen, your business, and life for the pleasure in this dunya and in the akhirah, for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. You guys can see that the naming and the introduction and everything is kind of changed. And this is something that I've struggled with for a very, very long time, that I want to talk to you guys about today, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And one of the things that I've realized is there's something that entrepreneurs and investors are struggling with. And they don't even know that this is what they're struggling with until they really find out that this is what they're struggling with. And eventually when they know that this is what they're struggling with, it's just the beginning of the real struggle of entrepreneurship. And that is very, very powerful topic, and it is the evolution of business and personal branding. And the evolution, and when I say evolution, it's important to think about just that word for a second before we even get to the brand, the business and personal branding part of it. It is an evolution. It is something that you grow through and grow along with. And it doesn't mean, one of the biggest mistakes that I made in my business and personal branding is that I didn't take action until I thought I was ready to, that I thought my business and personal branding was perfect. And that was one of the biggest mistakes that I have made, that you can make, any of the entrepreneurs and investors that are watching, the Islamic entrepreneurs and investors that are watching, the ambitious Muslims. You take action as you evolve your business and personal brand. And this is a critical element that I see a lot of entrepreneurs and investors make, because one of the most amazing things that you could do for your brand and your business and personal brand is to have something that is simple, catchy, clear, and compelling. Now, I don't have that. I have a lot of complexities in here, and that kind of shows out here for the most part. But at the same time, the real ambitious Muslims see the grand scheme of things. Even though I change brands, business brands like the weather, I'm still growing and developing through this, right? And that's what I'll encourage you to do. Don't be afraid to change your business and personal name for the better. And I don't know if you could easily change your personal name, but if it's not your genuine name, obviously you could change it. And your business name is obviously something that you can change on a regular basis, and you can re-register. It's not that big of a deal to re-register it. And if you haven't registered, even easier. So it's important to know, it's an evolving matter. Sometimes you might find the right thing, sometimes you might not. Sometimes you might find something that's, good, sometimes you might not. But it's a journey. And, one of the things as I continue to develop and evolve my business and personal branding and the naming specifically of it, I realize so many people have different opinions on it, whether it's good or bad, and whether it's right or wrong, or whether it's attractive or not, or whether it's clear and compelling or not. But at the end of the day, as an entrepreneur and an investor, you have to make the decision. You are making executive decisions to build a brand around something that you believe in, not anybody else. Now, they can give you input and they can give you ideas, but at the end of the day, you have to do something that you believe in, something that you could attract people with, and something that will allow you to take your deen, your business and life to the next level, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So I just wanted to kind of share that. I've come to the conclusion that my business brand is going to be, as of right now, Allahu Alam if it'll change in the future as I continue to change and evolve. But as of right now, the thing that feels really good inside for me, and I was listening to and watching this podcast, and it was talking about what is the message from your heart. We're like, if you could write a book, what would be your message to your audience? Number one, I realized the audience that I have is ambitious Muslims. The individuals who have desires and determination of achieving certain levels of goals and success, right? So within the boundaries, rules, and regulations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because a lot of people have ambitions, but a lot of people are not Muslims. And the reason why that is specific to me is because those are the individuals that I want to speak to. Those are the individuals that I have passion for. Those are the individuals that I feel more connection to. So the ambitious Muslims, they come in many shapes, forms, and sizes. And I really thought about it. What is the message that I have for the ambitious Muslims, male or female, young or old, big or small, successful or failures, or successful or progressing or in process, whatever it may be. And the message that I have from my heart is you have to maximize your deen, your business, and life in this dunya and in the akhirah by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I hope that's a mouthful for you guys to kind of think about. And inshallah, I'll check out here. I'll say Jazakumullahu khair to my ambitious Muslims family, and for tuning into another episode of Ambitious Muslims TV. I'm your host and ambitious Muslim, Hussein Mahmoud, checking out by saying, never give up on maximizing your deen, your business, and life in this dunya and in the akhirah for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.